And we're getting ready to get underway right here at Talladega, as we have just 36 seconds left for qualification to be done with.
Depend on Dependable Automotive and Towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
And as we get underway right here, we're starting with the NASCAR iRacing League live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Don't forget to go onto the Twitch stream at twitch.tv/JLfollow to donate to the cause. The cause this month is Wonderland Camp right here in mid-Missouri. Great organization, not-for-profit camp. As the grid lines up, we're going to cycle through us real quick. Starting on the front row in pole position, it's going to be Mark Love in the number 26. Ray Zirkut in the 22. Inside second row, Jacob Manning in the number 9. Skylar Carnes outside in the number 47. Third row, Robbie Odie in the number 44 and the number 12 with Kadarius Tave. Take a look at the overhead as they get ready to cycle through. Talladega Speedway, fantastic 2.5 mile track. Starting in the fourth row, John Furness in the number 82, and Nathan Somerville in the 28. Lining on back after them in the fifth row, Morgan Baird in the number 6, and at number 3 with Dennis Misuraka. Michael Hutton in the number 24, and Lawrence Bridges in the number 14. Trey Carnes lines out row 7 in the number 37. Zachary Thornton, of course, in the number 35. Starting 15th, Elliot Pritchett in the number 10, inside on row 8, and Jaden Kritachi in the outside row, number 11, starting 16th. And that ends the grid as it stands by right now. We are one to go pacing, ready to get underway right here at Talladega, the Talladega 150. The Xfinity iRacing series with iRacing.com. If you have not experienced iRacing, make sure you go to iRacing.com, download the simulator, and you will not regret it. A lot of fun. Let's follow along with our leader as we get things underway. Track conditions as we get ready to get underway right here at Talladega. 2.65 miles 4 turns, track elevation 540 feet above sea level. Track temperature currently is 126 degrees Fahrenheit. As the pace car is off. And we get ready to go a green flag racing right here at Talladega. Number 26 of Mark Love choosing the inside line. And we are green flag racing right here at Talladega. 57 laps to go as the edge goes to no one, and nose to tail. The 26 in the 9 takes the inside line with a great push from the outside line as the 47 gives the 22 a nice shove, but loses some ground as Mark Love and the 9 continue to take ground, as we had a couple of cars go below the yellow line right there on the straightaway. Still jockeying for some position, trying to gain some ground on that high line as the number 9 goes outside, trying to take the lead away from the 26, but loses his ground. Doesn't really have anybody behind him going into turn 3. Sorry, coming out of the tri-oval, going across the start-finish line as Mark Love leads another lap. Mark Love in the 26 running nose to tail with the 44. These cars are very, very shaky when it comes to putting your nose on the bottom bumper, but the 44 giving a nice shove, trying to increase that lead over the rest of the pack. Still side by side, the 9 and the 44 jockeying back and forth from second and third position, as the 82 of Jay Furness leaving no room for error. Mark Love still in a commanding lead, as he still continues to run just about 2 feet off the outside yellow, or the inside yellow line, with the number 44 right on his tail. That outside line is forming as we've got some takers to try to push the number 9 up. The 47 gets a little outside the groove with the number 9, but comes right back in, and it starts to shove outside of turn 4. Coming across to the tri-oval, the 26 of Mark Love still in command, but with that outside line forming, we're going to see a lot of bumping and grinding here as we come into turn 1 with the 9 only just about a door length away from challenging for that high line as we hit the backstretch. The number 9 making up ground with a nice push from the 24 of Michael Hutton. I'm sorry, the 47. In that Budweiser Chevrolet. Neck and neck as they come to the line across the tri-oval. Mark Love edging out just a little bit. Crossing the line, leading another lap. All 4 laps under green so far here at Talladega have been led by Mark Love, starting lap 5. Little congestion in the back there where everybody is trying to go 3 wide in the middle of the back of the pack, as the number 10 slides right in front of the 19 right behind him. Try not to take it 3 wide too early in the race, as the 47 and the 9 still teaming up, trying to put some pressure on the 26 of Mark Love. The 26 and the 44 are making a great run at this, but at the line, still scoring Mark Love as the leader of that race, but adding some extra pressure. The 47 and the 9 gaining some extra momentum as they hit the backstretch. Jockeying for position. Straight and narrow on the inside line as they come across to turn 3 into turn 4. Big wide angle as someone's up into the wall. Looks like try to take a look back and see who got up into the wall there. Looked like the 24 had gotten up into the wall, but not quite inside the realm there, as the 26 and 44 still nose to tail. And there goes the caution as they come wreck on the backstretch. It looks like we come back around to that. We'll see what the root of the caution was. Of course, all of our overlays brought to you by iBog Broadcasting Overlays. Didn't have quite the view there. Come back to the live view as the 26 and everybody settles in for the caution laps. Coming around to catch the pace car on the backstretch, of course. And always want to thank the NASCAR iRacing League for being one of the premier leagues in iRacing. All you have to do is join by going to iRacing.com, downloading the simulator, search NASCAR iRacing League in the league search bar, and join from there. As we take a look at pit road, we've got several cars on pit road right now, as it looks like the number 3 coming off. Number 3 was the one that got on the wall shortly before the caution had happened. Lots of damage on lots of different cars. As we are still too early for everybody to come in and take tires. This is 3 stages. Stage 1 will end on lap 17, and then after that another 17 laps will go, and then we'll finish the rest under green flag conditions, hopefully, as the 22 comes in for his pit stop. The 24 on pit road getting some damage repair as the 22 comes off. The 35 still on pit road as well. The 82 of Furnace is on pit road, trying to catch back up to the damage control. That was the race off pit road, brought to you by Dependable Auto.
Depend on Dependable Automotive and Towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
As we are getting ready to get back underway, long cautions so far. Here are the standings so far. Mark Love in first place, still leading the first 9 of the 10 laps. The first of the 9 laps that are underway right now, with Jacob Manning behind him in the number 9. In second place, going to start on the outside. Robbie Odie going to be starting on the inside behind the leader. And Nathan Somerville in the 28 and 4th on the outside. And Monty Johnson lining up your top 5. And that is the rest of the look of the field as we are getting ready to get back to green flag racing in just a moment. A look at Mark Love, still currently sitting in first position. His best lap was 50.182 seconds. And it will cycle through the drivers and see what types of laps that they were running as we continue to march forward. The 44, who was pushing for a little while, still in a comfortable start at 5th, currently 3rd, is happy to be starting right behind Mark Love again as he comes down to the apron to shake some of the debris off of his tires. Currently no lead changes thus far, as the number 9 is still trying to contest for that lead. Started 3rd, currently 2nd outside of our leader, as the caution lights are still on our pace car. Rolling forward. We'll take a look at the back of the field and see who is off the track right now. Steve Druin on pit road trying to get some extra with these long pits. They're going to have a lot of extra time to work on their vehicles as they continue to roll forward. As we catch back up with our leader, let's get rid of some of our drop-down displays. Lights are off on the pace car. 2.5 minutes left, and we're going to go green flag racing as we will begin lap 12. The number 9 trying to warm up his tires. It is not real money on the line, not real cars, so driving through the pace car is okay, just as long as you don't pass the pace car on the green flag run. As we wait for things to go green flag racing again, I will pull up the standings for our points playoff list. Currently, with the current standing, Skylar Carnes in first place with 3 wins. Jay Furness with 3 wins behind him at number 2. Just 2 points behind him for first place. Dylan Alt currently lines out 3rd. William Barbagaletta in 4th. Monty Johnson in 5th. Jacob Manning in 6th. Matt Kemp in 7th. Jaden Kratacci in 8th, Michael Hutton in 9th, Trey Carnes in 10th, Elliot Pritchett's going to be 11th, Mark Love, your leader, currently in 12th in points, 13th, Zachary Thornton, Rod Stewart in 14th, Ray Zirkut in 15th, and Rabioti in 16th in points, currently with the NASCAR iRacing League Series. Next week I'll try to have a nice little menu for that as we broadcast more and more. Pace cars about to hit pit road as we are about to get underway. Green flag racing at Talladega with the NASCAR iRacing League at Talladega. Again, the Talladega 150 with the NASCAR iRacing Signature Series Xfinity League. As they get nose to tail and everybody tries to get the little bit of edge. We're about to go green flag racing right here as a big jump by the 26th of Mark Love. Trying to get a little edge on that number 9 who was putting a lot of pressure on him in the first green flag stretch before the first caution. The number 44 catches right back up to the rear bumper of the 26, giving him a nice shove as there's a 3-car tandem between the 9, the 47... Sorry, the 9, the 2, and trying to catch everybody up here, but the 9, the 12, and the 10 back to back to back as they are trying to give a little pressure on the outside line. Coming into turn 3 and 4. Exiting in turn 4, the 21 drops down from behind the 28. He was pushing the 9. Trying to gain that 4th spot away as 26 of Mark Love leads another lap with a 44 pushing. 18 right behind him. If it's one thing you want to do here at Talladega is you don't want to push the pusher. But they're doing a good job trying to stay in line as they come to the back stretch. Too wide from 4th on back. As the 18 slides up in front of the 9. Trying to make that high line work. Maybe going to get a little extra push and try to take that lead away from the 26th as the duo of the 26-44 seems to be working quite well. The 21 settling right behind the 44 as they are too wide from 2nd on back. Nice little push outside, going 3 wide right there at the line as the 28 comes out of stock. Little trouble for the 21 as we are now under yellow once again. Let's take a look and see if there's any damage right there on the front nose as everybody's checking up on the backfield and trying to avoid the damage. Couldn't see what happens there. One camera, one guy. But we are under caution one more time right here at Talladega. About 3 laps in the books as we are ready to catch up with the pace cars. The leaders are rounding turn 1 and 2. And they will surely meet the pace car on the back stretch. They are checking up, meeting the pace car in turn 3 and 4. As things have shuffled around and changed quite drastically out of our top 5 drivers. Things will still work out just a little nicely as the temptation to take pit road before the end of the stage happens, and this caution will take us right into the end of stage 1 as we will take a look at the results. The winner of stage 1 is going to be Mark Love, followed by Monty Johnson as everybody hits pit road. All the way down to 10th place, Michael Hutton. So Mark Love, Monty Johnson, the 44, Robbie Odie. 9th, the number 9 of Jacob Manning will be 4th. And the 28 of Nathan Somerville will be 5th. As we take you back to how things will line up. Get rid of our grid there. Take you to pit road as soon as we can, as the race off pit road is about to happen. As the 28 of Nathan Somerville decided he was going to stay out right there. And we'll see how things line out as we get back to green flag racing. In just a couple laps. We'll have a nice little aerial view in just a moment of how Talladega banks right here in Talladega, Florida. Sorry, way off on that. Apologies about that. High banks, low drag, low splitter, and a fun time at 200 miles an hour with these Xfinity Series vehicles. Things are going to get shuffled around and a couple more cars hitting pit road as we are getting ready to get back underway here at Talladega with the NASCAR iRacing League Signature Xfinity Series. Riding along with the number 18 of Johnson as he will be pushing, it looks like, the number 9 as we get started. A little nice. You really get to see the slope of the cars from this angle whenever you're riding along with the drivers. As it looks like the number 9 is going to be the winner off. So we'll see how things line up. It looks like at Nathan Somerville is going to be lining up on your inside line as Manning in the 9 is going to start on the outside. We'll see which line they choose as we get ready to go underway in just a moment. Taking a vocal break. I'll be right back with you when we go green flag racing right here with the NASCAR iRacing League at Talladega. And the lights on the pace car are off, so as soon as we hit turn 4, pace car is going to drop down, and we will be back to green flag racing with Nathan Somerville choosing the outside line as we get ready to go underway. Pace car is off, getting ready to hit pit road as we get a little glitch going on there. Jacob Manning on the inside, going to get a big push from that number 18. He was fast coming up, trying to take the lead in just a little bit. All right, and a few laps ago. So as we get the ball rolling, we are green flag racing right here again. Talladega with the number 28 of Nathan Somerville getting a big jump to slide right on down in front of the number 9. As the 21 is kind of left out there to dry as they get up to speed coming out of turn 2 onto the backstretch for Car Tango with the 28 of Somerville, the number 9 in P2, and the 21 in third, giving a nice hefty push as things cycle around. The 18 is in third, and the 21 sliding back there in fourth. Single file racing all the way back until they hit the sixth spot. Then it's 2x2 from there. As they hit the line. 19 laps complete. 57 right here at Talladega. I think in this next stage we're going to see some patient driving as everybody wants to make it to the end of the race and they can jockey with 5 to go. That is the smart way to go about this, but we don't always see that as Mark Love tries to climb his way back up into the lead as he is on the outside with the 44. The beginning of the race, trying to get him back and gaining some ground on that 4th position as those two are intertwined like a salsa dance. Entering turn 1, the 28 kind of bobbles just a little bit, but still nose to tail with the number 9 as Mark Love has now raced his way up into the 3rd position. The 9 and the 28, a little wiggle right there from the 9 as the 28 goes high. 28 goes high to try to slow him up and check him up. Puts the 26 into the wall just a little bit. Slows everybody down. 3 wide on the front stretch as they come to the tri-oval with the 44 high on the outside. 28 trying to take something away from him. The 9 pushes out in front, takes the lead, 3 wide into turn 1 as the 26 is up, ready to push the 44. They're going to alternate positions as they roll forward. The 26 of Mark Love side by side as we go 2 wide on the backstretch. All that ground that was there was lost with just a little bit of a wiggle. Someone trying to go with the 28 trying to come up and block but Nathan Somerville. Well, things are holding up as we continue to roll forward. The 28 kind of solo out there, hoping for some help as the 44 goes up and says, I'll give you a little bump. As they come across the start-finish line, 22 under the books. The 9, the Napa 9 in a commanding lead, holding that front tire all the way down to the bottom of the apron as he gets a nice nose-to-tail shove on the outside quarter panel. Everybody reaching out to breathe just a little bit. 21 goes outside, trying to match pace with what the 28 and the 26 and 44 were doing. But as we roll through it looks like the 26 and the 44 are just off pace of the leaders having to catch back up. 21 all by himself as the 28 tries to go outside again. Almost gets into the 21, but quickly wises off and holds himself back as the 44 gives a nice push with our Busch Series vehicle getting right inside of there. Exciting racing going as we are 24 laps in. The number 9 still with a nice lead, holding that bottom line very well, getting a nice solid push from that 18. The 27 of Barbara Galetta getting a little loose there in front of the 26 of Mark Love as they come into turn 1. Nose to tail, Mark Love trying to give a nice shove as the 44 slides up in front of the 10 of Elliot Pritchett. Hoping for a little bit of excitement, trying to get a nice shove, but the 26 of Mark Love now seeking redemption as he slides up into the 44 in front of the 44, coming around coming out of turn 2 into the backstretch, gaining a lot of ground right into the tri-oval as they hit the line. The 9 will almost certain be beaten by the 26 to the line. Mark Love leads another lap here at Talladega. Slides down in front of the 9 as the 44 and the 26 are the 26 and the 9 are nose to tail as they continue to go too wide from second on back right there. The outside line forming up very nicely. 8 cars in the mix as the 9 getting his nose all the way up on the bumper of that 26, trying to push him out front as the 44 has a 4-car spread. 5 cars lined up behind him trying to take the lead. The 28 bobbles just a little bit, getting a little push from the 10, but is still locked into that bumper of the 44 as they hit turn 1 and 2. 3 cars on the bottom, 5 on the top. Math only says the air works one way or the other. 21 drops down to the low line as nobody was moving in the top, so the 44 is left up there with just 2 partners, the 28 and the 10, coming into turn 3 and 4 as the 9 bobbles down below the yellow line, putting that left tire right there on the gravel as he tries to slide up in front of the forward, but they're 3 wide on the front stretch. 26 of Mark Love getting a nice hefty push from the 18, bobbling as the 28 comes up and tags the 44. No caution as we are still green flag racing currently. Now we have a caution, and that has got to be somewhere on the back side of the track. As Manning in that number 9 is leading everybody around to catch up with the pace car. While we wait for green flag racing again here at Talladega, I'm going to take a vocal break. Reminder that all of the broadcasts are brought to you by Signature Media, Signature Photography and Printing at the Lake of the Ozarks, and of course Dependable Auto and Towing. If you're in the Midwest right here in Missouri, you're going to check these guys out.
Depend on Dependable Automotive and Towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
And we're about to get ready to go green flag racing one more time here at Talladega, with your leader now being Ray Zerkut in the 22. Pace car is off. One on the outside, the 28, Nathan Somerville. The 21, most likely going to try to give a nice little push as we are going green a little early. We are green flag racing once again right here at Talladega, lap 32 in the books. As the 28 has a commanding jump as he gets up to speed, with the 21 trying to give a nice little solid push to the 22 to once again take that lead. But he takes it 3 wide instead, pushing the 22 to the middle. As his 2-tire pit stop didn't work for him on this one, as he slides right down behind the 21 to get comfortable, as the 28 takes the middle lane, followed up by the 10. The 18 slides right up in front of tries to slide right up in front of but right behind the 10, but the 26 of Mark Love wanting his lead back, taking it 3 wide across the tri-oval. Getting a solid push from the 18 as the 21 is down below, sliding all the way down the track in front of the 28. As Mark Love said, I want this and I want it now. Too wide from the 4th on back as the outside line tries to develop 2 by 2 by 2. 24 sliding down in front of the low line pack, forming in the back in front of the 22 as the 26 of Mark Love comes across the start finish line to lead another lap here at Talladega. The 18 inching out to get a little air, but puts his nose right back into the bumper of the 26, pushing him into turn, willing him into turn 1 and 2, as the 9 is pushing the 44 down the back straightaway, as we are 22 laps away from a winner right here, as everybody kind of dives down. The 28 comes down to get a little bit of air. Neck and neck, the 26 and the 44 are coming into the front stretch. Big shoves from the 18 and the 9 to the respective front leaders, as the 9 is nose to tail with the 44, giving that lap to the 44. Side by side, first and second. The outside line seems to be working for smaller groups, as the 21 wants to take some spots away, taking it 3 wide on the backstretch. Will have to settle to fall back into place as he loses ground off of the 27 and the pack of the 44 and the 9. 26 and the 18 coming to the checkered stripe, complete lap 36. Respectively 1 and 2 moving forward. The pace is settled in, and let's see if we can go green flag racing the rest of the track, as we are side by side. Side by side racing all the way down the backstretch into turn 3, out of turn 4. Number 9 ready to give a solid push to the 44 as he inches away forward. And that 28 just will not go away from everybody. He is right there in the mix again. The 26, solid push from the 28. Little air breathe from, solid push from the 18. A little air breathe from the 28. as they enter turn 1 and 2, hogging the bottom barrel line as the 44 of Odie is getting a nice shove from the 9. Possibilities are happening as a little shimmy from the 9 as he loses a little bit of traction coming around the turn. Side drafting as they come out of turn 4. Shoved up to the front from the 9 as they come to the start-finish line again. A complete lap 38. Mark Love leads another lap. 2 by 2 by 2. Exiting turn 2. Mark Love with a comfortable little lead on the bottom line. Getting shoves from two cars back from the 28 and the 18. Taking a little breather as he drops below the yellow line. Losing a little ground on that lower line. The 44 and the 9. Gained a little extra speed at the top on the entrance, but broke apart and left each other a little bit as they lost ground coming across the tri-oval and hitting the start-finish line. As the 18 slides up in front of the 44. He's tired of waiting. The 28 giving a nice shove to the 26 of Mark Love. As the high line seemed to be working, but Mark Love slides up in front of the 18, waiting for that extra push, losing some ground, going 3 wide on the front stretch as he meets up with the 44, needing a good pusher or a solid pusher. As Talladega seems to be shaking up a little bit right here. 3 wide from 5th on back on the front stretch as Mark Love meets up with the 44. 18 leading the race with a 9 pushing. Still 3 wide on the back stretch as Mark Love getting a nice shove from the 44. The 18 sees it, slides up in front of the 26. Moving forward. Coming down, trying to make it 2 wide. But the 18 loses all that ground. Almost slips up and gives away second place. Ends up having to settle for 3rd as the 9 takes the lead. The 27 pushing 18. Trying to slide back in front of the 26, but the door was shut there. Having to check up right behind the 27 as the 44 and the 26 seem to be working very well together. The 9 and the 27 trying to work together as the 27 comes and scrapes across the back of the bumper of the 9. Mark Love getting solid pushes from his teammate in the 44. As the 26 has to settle back into 3rd place with the 44 still pushing. 27 outside of the 9 and the 18, getting the 28 to come up right behind him, followed by the 10. 2 wide from 5th on back as the 26 and 44 are going to take the inside line with the 18 and the 9 pushing each other. The 9 and the 18 slid right up the track. The 9 went for a block and lost all of that ground. We're going to ride along with the 44 as he pushes the 26 of Mark Love. Nose to tail as they are exiting pit 4. Giving a shove for him right there as you watch him cross the start-finish line of the tri-oval. Exciting racing as they are going forward.
Odie keeping a solid pace with the number 9 right outside line. Gets him a little loose right there. As we go back to trackside racing, as the 9 takes the lead away from Mark Love just a little bit on the outside, getting a solid push. The 9 from the 18 lined up with the 9, 18, 21, 27 respectfully on the outside line. 5 cars in their pack trying to keep that lead away from Mark Love, as the 26, 44, and 28 are running the inside line. The 9 having a solid day. Running forward. And they're about to contend with some lap traffic as they are inning 3 and 4. So this should make things interesting. Lap traffic going high, trying to stay out of the way. As the 26 edges out turn 4. Still with a little push. 22 going high as all of the traffic comes in. Nobody bobbles. Everybody running through it very nicely. As they start to enter turn 1, the 9 slips down in front of the 26. Manning trying to keep that lead away from one of the two, the 18 and the 26, giving him everything he needs. The 26 giving a solid shove to the 9, saying, if you're going to go, go. If not, I'm going to take it 3 wide, as Mark Love does so as they enter turn 3. Little Bob Shake, 44, 3 wide from the front row on back. The 9 is losing ground. He didn't have anybody up there to shove him, as the 26 and the 44 take it to the start-finish line into the lead. Still 3 wide from second on back. Bringing it down, settling in front of the 9, the 26 and 44. Outside, 18, 21, still continuing to apply pressure as you see the race back and forth on the drop down. Everybody trying to jockey for position as the 27 sneaks out to get a little bit of fresh air. 2 wide, first and second on the way back. 47 of 57 underway. As Mark Love still continues to try to edge out his competition with the 18, getting a nice shot from the 21. The 18 is almost a car length ahead of the 26 as he slides down in front of the 26 of Mark Love. Johnson taking it to him as he goes up sides drafts to the 21. Continuing to move forward. Gets a nice shot from the 26 around the corner. That checkup didn't do any damage as they are 5 lined on the outside, 3 lined on the inside as a 4. 10 decides he's going to go all the way to the outside, takes it too wide, scrapes the wall a little bit as he tries to find himself in position as the 27 sneaks down in front of the 44, trying to jockey for every position that he can. The 18 leading the race with 10 laps to go as they exit turn 4. Gets a nice shove, bump and run on the 26. The 27, 18 slides up, gives the 44 a chance to get up to his partner as the 18 sits there and is trying to control the race. And the 27 tries to slide up in front of the 21, but they slammed the door. 21 in the middle all by himself. 21 slides up top. 27 slides down right below, in between the 26 and the 44 as they jockey for position. Everybody gets turned. 26 goes around off the track. Caution flies. And exciting racing as everybody was jockeying for position there. We are about to have we're pretty close to a green flag. We should have 4 to go when we come back to green flag racing. Mark Love got turned as he went up to jockey for the middle lane, trying to block and just couldn't hold on to it. Outstanding racing by everybody. Such a great show. As everybody's going to come around and meet up with the pace car. I am going to take a vocal break, and when we go green flag racing, it's sure going to be exciting, as we should have an incredible 3 laps as they check up on the backfield right here at Talladega with the NASCAR iRacing League here live from Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Depend on Dependable Automotive and Towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
With the lights on the pace car off, and we're about to hit turn 3 and 4. The way it lines out, your top 5. Your leader, Nathan Somerville, in the 28, the 98 of Druin, and the 24 of Hutton. Gonna be your 1, 2, 3, inside, outside. Sorry, outside, inside, inside. Mark Love, the 26 in 4th position, ready to gain his spots back after being turned in that last stint, being the reason for the caution as the pace car is off. And we're about to get green flag racing as things get underway here with 4 to go at Talladega as the 28-98 line up side by side. Nose to tail as the 26 and the 18 seem to be waving each other in. And they're underway. Green as they get under the way right here at Talladega with 4 to go. The 28 takes a commanding lead on the outside line. Getting up to speed, ready to drop down underneath as the 26 slides in front of the 98 as the 18 has the 9 to push him on the outside line. The 26 nose right on the bumper of the 28. Solid push going to the backside of him. Line forming on the outside with the 18 leading the pack of the 9, 44 and 10, as the 26 need a little bit of help from the backside of him trying to get to the outside of the 28, but is going to have to settle for pushing him across the line to lead with 3 laps to go right here at Talladega. As the 18 turns to the inside, hits the wall, and we are under caution one more time. Incredible. If you take a look at this, they truly made themselves settle in there. Goodness gracious, the 18 took a hard hit into the wall, and I tried to use the instant replay function, and that just didn't work for me there as the pace car runs up in front of everybody, slowing everybody down. So we're going to have a green-white checker. Now here in this league, you're going to have 3 attempts at a green-white checker as the 26 no doubt going to hit the have to hit the pit lane. But with 3 laps to go, or with a green-white checker, I couldn't see anybody wanting to take any kind of risk out of that, as he is sitting in second place, or is marked in second place currently, but he may have too significant of damage as the 28 is followed by the 98. Is being followed by the 98 behind the pace car. So we'll see how things go in just a little bit, as the 18 bumps into the 26 back there with heavy damage. Unfortunate set of circumstances as they pull off the pit road. They're a little mad at each other as they bump and grind to the outside of each other. I'm sure that radioactive might have to happen there, as significant damage for both vehicles as they continue to move forward down pit road. We'll take you back to the action on the track, and I'm going to take a vocal break until we're ready to go. Once again, with the caution lights off on the pace car coming around turn 3 into turn 4. Somerville, the 28, leading on the inside line with Druin and the 98 on the outside. The 10 of Pritchett will be pushing the 28 in the third spot. And the 18 and 26, they had gotten into it, but the 26 made it back out onto the track from what I saw. He's going to be starting in the 7th position with the pace car off the track. Right now, we're going to have a green-white checker. 3 attempts at green-white checker, but right now, the 28 leading the field to the line as we're getting ready to get underway one more time from Talladega with a NASCAR iRacing League Xfinity Signature Series. Waiting for a green flag this time. No jump in the gun as he gets a good push from the 10. 28 is off, and we are green flag racing one more time right here at Talladega. Large jump from the 28. Missed a shift, a long shift on that one. Allows the 27 to get underneath the 10 to give him a push. Almost too big of a gap for the 28 as he screams into turn 2 and 3 with the 10 catching a pace on the backfield on the straightaway with the 10 coming to the outside, pushing it 3 wide as the 44 takes it long up top. He's going to have to force the issue. The 27 is going to have to slide down. The 44 is going to have to as the 44 settles in right behind the 27. One, two, three as the leaders. 28, 10, 20, 21 as the 21 slides up in front of the 27. Almost takes the bumper off of him. And he goes with him as the 27 and the 44 are ready to be pushed. White flag flies right here at Talladega, so it will end one way or another. 28 and the 10 on the bottom side, and it's the 21 and 27 to the outside. Run of the 44 right into the back of the bumper of the 27. Nobody checking up, nobody giving an inch, running it sideways. That'll be how it runs. Let's take you up to the leader right here as the 21 and the 27 are coming across the start-finish line. And your winner is going to be, as they take it low, the Wreckin' and the 44, after a long, patient wait, wins it after everybody wrecks. And Mark Love, the guy that got pushed by the 44, the 26, runs a second place finish. Congratulations to Odie and the 44 as he was just pacing enough to watch everybody wreck in front of him. One of the cleanest cars on the track right now. Congratulations as is in order there. A long fought race as the 44 and the 26 finish respectfully 1 and 2. Good race as it goes. Everybody was wrecking, and my cameras wanted to jump all over the place for you there, and I got you back just to see the finish right there. Let's take a look at how everything lined up. The unofficial results. Robbie Odie and that 44 are taking first with Mark Love in second. Ray Zirkut, the 22, he was patient all day long. He was in 8th place right there at the end and snuck out a 3rd place finish. Steve Druin, the 98 4th, and the 10 of Elliott Pritchett will lock out your top 5. And they are celebrating together as everybody spins it out right here at Talladega. Good finish for everybody. Why not celebrate? Everybody survived Talladega one more time with the NASCAR iRacing League. Join us next week. We are going to have we have modified racing on Tuesdays starting at the same time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And every Wednesday is our Xfinity Series with the NASCAR iRacing League. Brought to you by iRacing.com, Signature Media, Signature Photography and Printing, and of course, our local sponsor, Dependable Auto and Towing. We appreciate you for watching, and I will see you next week, next Tuesday, right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you for tuning in.